didn't really prepare any kind of offering, but you remember Aindra was what's the title? Transcendental Book Distribution. The Heart of Transcendental Book Distribution came out initially undercover, I guess, because of political reasons, and but it was available, and His Holiness Satsvarup Maharaj, who's an author of the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita and writer of many other books as well, he does and has when he takes his meals, he has somebody read to him. So when the book came out, he was having someone read to him the book, and initially we all know that the first 2 chapters are nothing to do with the book. So initially the readings were they were I guess the word is uncomfortable, and he was hearing from the disciple who was reading the book while he was taking his meal, and he was thinking that he's a woman hater, and he's criticizing devotees, and he's making so many negative innuendos and connotations and explanations and like that. And this would go on for every day for a few weeks, until at the end the book was finished, and then initially it was so uncomfortable because of all the content of the preliminary part of the book. But then as the book went on, the readings went on, then he could see and understand the actual focus and main goal of Aindra Prabhu's message. And many devotees, senior devotees, they also understand, despite them also maybe initially having some uncomfortable impression, like when the Srila Prabhupada's disappearance day festival was going on, and Aindra Prabhu was asked to speak at the end of the festival, and then someone from the Rithviks grabbed the microphone from Gopal Krishna Maharaj and started canvassing for Rithvik. He had a few cases of books with him there, like that, and went ranting, and then Aindra Prabhu started his ranting, and that went on, and then went on over time, and then so many misunderstandings, but even I believe the Krishna Maharaj was there at the time. He told us after Aindra Prabhu left the planet, a few days later, a few weeks, it was that a few days later, he said that when Aindra was saying, "To hell with this, and to hell with that, and to hell with this, and to hell with that, and to hell with this," on and on and on and on and on, and all the GBCs and all the sannyasis and all during the festival, they're all there in the pandal, and he was just going on and ranting and raving. So then Veer Krishna Maharaj said that, "Is this true? Is this what is what he's saying the truth? Is this real?" And then he was very, very doubtful, and he was like confused. He was having like some kind of like, confused experience. And then when after Aindra left, then Veer Krishna Maharaj came to Vrindavan, or he was already here, I don't know. A few days later, we had that meeting in the temple room with all the assembled devotees, and he started his speech by saying, "His Divine Grace, Sripad Aindra Prabhu." And so everyone today, obviously, everyone recognizes Aindra Prabhu's. Of course, some people still may argue that to use the honorific title of His Divine Grace is not appropriate, but why isn't it not appropriate? He's not even here now. So it's not like he's going to use some or misuse some honorific title for his own device and then fall down or something like that. He's not here anymore. So what's the problem? So many people on the Vaishnava calendar, we have His Divine Grace Gaura Govinda Maharaj. We have His Divine Grace for Damodar Maharaj. So some devotees might think that that title is only to be reserved for His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. But in our tradition, it's not something that's monopolized, like a monopoly. So if the same GBC member that was surprised and confused at Aindra Prabhu's reading of a section of his book, then later on understood that actually there's nothing incongruent or unappropriate, then why not? So, should I say something more there? It's up to you. I remember, I guess this is my favorite story. We were doing the 7 to 10 shift, and for some reason I was sitting up front in the Bhagavatam class, which I now realize that's not very appropriate. But I wasn't chanting out loud. I was doing japa unaudibly. In other words, nobody could hear anything. There was not even a whisper, not even a vibe. Like no lips moving. That's right. I tried to put my hand. I tried to use my hand now, but anyhow, the vibe. I was. Then the class finished, and everyone got up, and I was in front of Gornitai sitting, and the whole temple room was like, everyone was gone. They went for prasadam, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, I heard Aindra Prabhu's voice from over Radhaswami Sundar's altar, and he was upset. I think Panchagata Prabhu was there, and Jaini Dai, bless his soul, and maybe some other devotee, I can't remember who was there. And anyhow, yeah, I remember Panchagata was there. So then Aindra said, "What's Bhagavad Purana doing? He's just sitting there. He's supposed to start the kirtan." what is going on? And then, then I realized that I had jaundice. And I couldn't turn my head to see where the sound was coming from.
You just realized that.
I didn't realize I had the disease, but I realized that I couldn't speak, and I couldn't turn, and I couldn't get up, and I couldn't think properly. And then I heard this sound coming across the temple room floor. And it was a harmonium. Aindra had shoved the harmonium across the temple room hall at me, and the centrifugal force, by the time it reached me, it was minimal. But because of my condition, my medical condition, it felt like a ton of bricks. But I couldn't speak or say anything, or turn my head towards where the harmonium was coming from. So then I heard Aindra coming, and he was ranting and raving. What are you doing? We're supposed to start the kirtan. So then, but I couldn't respond. I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't, and so I just realized that I was like a basket case, and I couldn't reply to him. So then just tears started coming down my face, and then he says, "What's the matter with you? Do you have jaundice?" And I couldn't say yes or no. I couldn't speak. That's the symptoms of when you get jaundice. Everything just like is dislocated. You can't think, and you can't move. So then he kept on shouting, "What's going on with you? You're so..." So then he says, "So you're going to have to get on a rickshaw by yourself, and you're going to have to go down to Shamsaki, the Vaishnava tantric, so that he can get that jaundice cured." I was thinking, what? I have to get on I can't even get up from the floor, and he's telling me I have to get on a rickshaw